Hey y'all, how about today we make a Christmas ham just in time for Christmas. It is plant-based, whole food, oil-free, smells like ham, looks like ham, tastes like ham. You will not believe how absolutely delicious this ham is. That's not even ham at all. Let's begin. Hey y'all, how about today? Plant-based foodies on. How to make them. Let's begin. To begin with making our ham, you're going to take just a small pot, and you're going to add like the seasoning that goes in the ham here. And so what we have here is just a cup of your vegetable broth. This is 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of turmeric, and about an 1/8 to a 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, and then like 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt. Now you can adjust those a little bit. You don't have to use the smoked paprika. Use the regular. And this is 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. And this is 1 tablespoon of just ketchup. Something, and I was just so proud of myself thinking I remembered everything. So just a second, be right back. I forgot the liquid smoke. So this is a brand new bottle of liquid smoke. You need 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. If you don't have it, you can omit it. Just add some more smoked paprika to kind of give you more of that smoky flavor. And you're not really cooking this, we're just warming it, okay? So you're just gonna give it a mix and just warm it up. And it shouldn't take too long. So this little concoction is what gives the ham its hammy flavor and its kind of pinky coloring. You just want to get all those spices and the nutritional yeast and the ketchup and stuff dissolved and happy. Okay, after just like a minute or 2, you're just gonna get this yummy, yummy little sauce, and then you're gonna take 1 block, like 14, 16 ounces of extra firm tofu. You want to get as much liquid out as you can. I literally stand over the sink and just squeeze it by the handful, so it's kind of clumpy like that. You're gonna put it in your food processor and then just add your sauce to the tofu. You know, I've said this before, I'm not a big tofu fan, but this is actually pretty good. I think if you cook it enough, it doesn't taste so tofu-ish. Kind of gets that flavor out of it. And now you want to blend it until it gets smooth. So you want a really smooth kind of sauce consistency. So I'm gonna get this done and see y'all in a few minutes. Well, probably not a few minutes, but see you soon. Okay, so after a minute or 2, you have this. The consistency is maybe somewhere between a loose hummus and a pancake batter, if that makes sense to y'all. I don't know how to describe it. It's not gonna get really smooth because you're not using silken tofu, you're using the extra firm. And here we have 1.5 cups of Vital Wheat gluten. Sorry, gluten-free people. This cannot be made gluten-free. So you're gonna add this, not all at once, about 1/2 cup at a time. And mix it in. And the last 1/2 cup, you may have to do it by hand because it starts to get really sticky. And so probably want to use a glass bowl because we don't use any oils, and a rubber spatula, which I am not using, but I may switch to when we get to the last half. Again, it does get like sticky and thick. You're gonna think, oh no, it's too red. It's not gonna have that pink tamish color. But so work out. The Vital Wheat gluten tones down that red and gives it more of a pinky color. Okay, that's what I was talking about, how it gets thick and sticky. Okay. Last 1/2 cup, and I think I am going to switch to holding it in my hand. Mix it in. And then after you feel like you got it mixed in, you knead it for like another 30 seconds or more because you really want to make sure all of that Vital Wheat gluten is like worked in there and there's no like big pockets of it or feel like a dough almost. Kind of has a dough-like quality. If you need it too long, probably good. It's gonna get like it'll get too chewy. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna wash my hands real fast and we'll go on to the next. So the point of kneading is just really to incorporate all of it. You're not gonna knead it as long as you do like some of the breads that we make because again, it'll get too chewy. So now you're just gonna take a big old piece of foil. Clearly I don't know how to pull out. And you're gonna put it in there. And here's where you kind of shape it into your ham shape, like a boneless ham, you know? And put it in the middle. My dog is throwing his food bowl at me. He has food in one bowl, but he wants food in the other bowl apparently. So, pretty good at shapes. What kind of ham shapes? You're gonna close the foil up where no piece of it is showing. And then you're gonna put it like in a steamer basket if you don't have it like in a canning ring, you know, to keep it up out of the water. And you're gonna steam it for an hour. I know, you're gonna think it takes so long. So you want to do this like the day before if you're making this like for tomorrow's meal or in the morning or something. So you're going to steam it for an hour. You know, just check your water, make sure that it doesn't completely evaporate. And then we're going to do the next step. So I'm going to get this in my steamer basket and steam it and see y'all in an hour. Okay, so after an hour of letting it steam, you're going to take it out and preheat your oven to 375. And now we're going to make like a glaze for the top. So get your little saucepan and we're going to take 1 cup of vegetable broth. And this is, sorry, 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. And this is gonna seem like a lot, but I am going to do something unique with it. And then in here we have 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika and a teaspoon of salt. Now you can cut back on some of this salt if you're trying to cut back on your salt. So, really we're just gonna cook this to, warm it up. Kind of like what we did in the ham, not on here, in the ham. It's 375, did I say that? Can't remember that. So now you're just gonna take like a little loaf pan, baking pan, whatever. And here is your ham. It actually kind of already looks like a piece of meat. It's really hot though. So you're gonna, wowzer, that's hot. Put it in your pan. And then you're gonna like cross hatch it, like you do ham. You don't want to go like super deep, like, quarter of an inch to half an inch. Go the other direction. It looks really cool. Pretty little diamonds. Okay. Turn this off. It's probably pretty good. Now, take your cloves, your whole cloves, which just, it smells so good. And then just stab them in there. I like to stab them like in the, not necessarily like where the diamonds meet, like in the middle of the fleshy part. I don't know, that's just me. Just stick them in there. And depending on how many little cuts you made, will determine how many whole cloves you need. So now I'm not going to pour all of this over the ham because we're going to use a handy dandy injector, and halfway through the baking process I'm going to start injecting it instead of basting it. As some other recipes do, I feel like to really get that marinade and stuff down in it, we're going to inject it throughout the cooking process. But to start with, let me get it. We are going to brush it really good with our, pour it, brush it a little bit. But not all of it. It's all nice and moist. It already smells like a ham. It's so amazing. And it looks like one too. I mean, can you see that? Look how amazing that already looks. Okay, so then next, we are going to bake it uncovered for 25 minutes, and then we're going to take it out, kind of baste it throughout, and then like the last half, I don't know, like 12 minutes, and then we're going to inject it in 12 minutes. So see y'all soon. Okay, so there's like 5 minutes left on the total time. So we're gonna go ahead and start injecting it. Well, Steve, I've never injected anything in my life, so I'm not really sure. But the first time I made this, Steve and I were talking like, how can we get the flavor like really into it? And then it hit us, the same way you do meat. So we had to buy an injector because we got rid of all of them when we quit eating meat. It squirted back at me. That was funny. Meat doesn't do that. Okay. What do you think? A few more, Steve? The rest of this, I'm just going to pour it over the top, I think. And then back in the oven for another 5 minutes. See y'all soon. Okay, so now we have our beautiful Christmas ham. And I want to say, save the cooking liquid, the basting liquid. There's no cross-contamination because there's no meat. But when we store it, we like to store it in that. Slice it up and store it in there, and so that flavor really just kind of marinates in there and gets delicious. So let's cut a slice and show y'all what it looks like. Use a serrated knife, by the way. It's hot. First piece is going to be kind of thick. It's the end. Look at that, y'all. Looks just like ham. There you have it. Plant-based, whole food, oil-free Christmas ham. So be sure to like and subscribe and share and be blessed, y'all. Merry Christmas.